Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So today, as you can see on the screen, I'm in the Refinery, the Mirrorverse Refinery. Time to talk about that and see exactly what we're supposed to do, what we might be getting, etc., etc. Maybe a few of the nuances or benefits, or what do you call that, extra shit that maybe some people didn't realize happens. Alright, so you'll see over here blacked out or grayed out because I'm at max vouchers and I'm at max riff keys. You have the ability to get your vouchers when you're under 900. Now you also have a chance to get exocomms. Hooray. Of course, if you're over the allotted for this drip here, you get no chance to get the exocomms, which is awesome. But there it is, entry tokens, and these are just common riff keys. See, I can get 500 a day, but if I'm over 600, I get nothing. Cool. I guess that's fine. I mean, one run you may use 500, maybe even 600 to get through this stupid ass Mirrorverse. So I guess, yeah, limiting people to 600 a day is fine. Not really, but okay. Alright, let's get to some of these Trellium pools. This is the common Trellium, raw Trellium A. I guess it's not common Trellium, it's Trellium A. Okay. You get this liquid Trellium, which I will show you what to do with in a minute. You get your mirror dust, you get common mirror dust and rare mirror dust. Not uncommon mirror dust. At least yet anyway. Kind of odd that they went from common right to rare. Whatever. See, I got a butt ton. I've been doing pretty good getting loot from the Mirrorverse. It's, again, like I said in the last video, it's harder to get into this stupid ass Mirrorverse than it is to grind the hostiles. Which doesn't make it that good of a loot, but whatever. So I'm double pulling all this shit. Again, you need to weigh your refinery costs versus how much you can get per run. Maybe even try to figure 2 runs or maybe one run and then 2 days worth of pulls, because you're not exactly getting enough to maybe do 1 or 2 runs a day. Maybe more like 1 run every 2 or 3 days-ish. So be careful with that. Don't just think that you're getting enough for 1 pull every day, or, max pulls every day, because you probably a little more limited to how many times we can go in this Mirrorverse. May not seem like that at the start because they are giving you a little extra, because you are meant to explore this Mirrorverse. This isn't supposed to, hey, you go here and then you're done. Tiger was on Ultimate DJ's Twitch show, one of DJ's show, and Tiger was saying, oh, I designed it more like a raid dungeon or something. You're meant to explore. I didn't know I was playing Dungeons and Dragons. I thought I was playing Star Trek Fleet Command, but cool. But I'm getting enough, so I'm going to max pull this shit. Alright, so a bunch of dust and then a bunch of liquid Trellium. What the hell do you do with the liquid Trellium? Well, thank you, Mr. Tiger, for adding another currency. Yes, we love the Bajaran loot. Holy shit, guy. You made too many currencies for this dumb shit. But maybe that's a personal opinion. Alright, the last 2 boxes here, buckets. Call them buckets, right? Last 2 buckets here, you can see liquid Trellium D store and then mirror trade downs. Obviously, the liquid Trellium D exchange, or whatever the hell they just call it. I just said it and I already forgot what the hell it was. This is where you do stuff with all this liquid Trellium D that you're getting. Yes, getting so much. Holodeck advancement. I mean, I appreciate you giving us more of this building currency, but didn't you skip a few buildings, right? Like, where's the command center? Or, God forbid, subspace relay, you source that outside of fucking incursions. I think I'm like, what am I at? 10? I'm at level, maybe I'm further along than that, but goddamn, I'm not even at 20. Incursion's been around for what? What are we, like 2 years? 2 years, the stupid ass building. So, like, you're skipping buildings. But I do appreciate the extra stuff. Maybe the armory, right? That's a fancy currency, that's a daily drip, and it's a lot lower than my level anyway. But by all means, let's take care of the newer buildings before we get to the older buildings. Yeah. Because I do that with primes. That's why we still don't have any sourcing for the away team particles. However, there's also a token resource exchange. Especially for 230, I'm looking at this and I'm saying this is pure fucking shit. This is terrible. I got buildings that cost 12 trillion par steel. At most, I could get what? With one chest pull, I could get not even 500 billion par steel. What the hell is this doing for me? This doesn't appear to be doing anything for me. I got ship components that, or at least let's say, full tiers of ships that will need trillions, if not maybe just 1 trillion tritanium. What the hell is 50 billion tritanium doing for me? Nothing. The dilithium, I think, it's a little better. I mean, I still got researchers that want 30 billion dilithium, and at most I can get 10 a day, so it's not terrible. It's a lot better than a par steel and a tritanium exchange, so I don't know. If you want this stuff, by all means get it. I think the exchange rate is pure garbage. So I wouldn't recommend you getting it, but you can do whatever you like. It's your game. This shit, partly because I am not a free-to-play player, I do have the Ferengi whip, so I don't give a shit about proto matter. I don't want proto matter in here. Or maybe, depending on you as a player, wouldn't you prefer the choice? Do you want proto matter? Do you want catalyst? Do you want reactors? No choice. Let's leave it up to RNG of what you get. Each chest contains 1 guaranteed roll of proto matter, so you are guaranteed to get proto matter, which is fine. 3 rolls of either tier up catalysts, reactors, or additional proto matter. Again, hell, I don't even care about the reactors. Somehow I got enough reactors. I have no idea how. What I need is a tier up catalyst. And you know what? As far as I understand, I haven't really engaged that way with free-to-play on what exactly they need, what exactly you're hurting for with this forbidden tech. Is it really the forbidden tech itself, or is it reactors, proto matter, or catalysts? But again, wouldn't giving the players a choice be the better option here? I say it's a better option, especially for what it costs and what you're, Alright, there's an officer pool. So hooray, more sourcing for the NX-01. I almost forgot what the hell ship they were on. The NX-01 crew. I hate this chest. I mean, who do you got? Cindy asshole captain. You got Silent sidecar number 2 and Silent sidecar number 1. I don't really give a shit. Hopefully, some of you out there are like, oh, I could use a few of them, and if this pool is actually worth something for you. This pool isn't worth shit to me. Yeah, I use Phlox, but I have other officers that are really good, so they kind of carry it. What is all this shit floating around? Just random ass dust particles. So I just don't see this chest as being that good. Again, for 300 liquid Trillium D, what do I get? Each chest contains 2 rolls for officer shards. 1 shard, 67 chance. So essentially, you're going to get 2 officer shards. That's basically it. Every once in a while, you may get 3. As far as I'm concerned, maybe it's based on how the number generator likes me. I will never see 3 officer shards for 1 chest pool. I'll just never see it. Or I guess 3 shards per roll, right? Because you could technically get 6 officer shards. How often do you think that will ever happen? Do you ever think that'll happen? Not for me. Maybe it'll happen for you. I don't know. I think the number generator in this stupid ass game is trash. Oh, it's 7%. Well, the way the number generator goes for me, it's more like 0%, but alright. But I'm just not that fond of these officers. And I think a lot of it's not even necessarily how they work in their loops. They're so loop specific. So loop specific. Like, where can you use Archer other than in this indie? Does he actually benefit you? Yeah, I mean, he and Flox still work in PvP, or at least Flox will. Does Archer? I thought Archer did. No, from a hostile or another player. Does it actually do anything for you? The rounds go so quickly that you don't even have time for this ability to build up, so who the hell cares? Okay, they're changing that with Mirrorverse Picard and Mirrorverse Data. Cool. Is there room for Archer on your ship as well? Well, maybe right now there is, but we'll see in the later months what other officers go with the Picard and Data group. But I'm thinking there won't be any room for Archer, so do you care that you get more Archer shards? His captain ability is the most useful, and that doesn't go up with tiers, so... I mean, Trip, with Flox coming out, I don't give a shit about Trip anymore, because I use Flox. I do like his below deck ability, but at the same time, is that really? I'm trying to upgrade an epic officer for their below deck ability. Hey man, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you can reduce the critical damage now. Alright. So whenever you take damage from another player, you can reduce their critical damage by 80%. So if you get, hit with 3 weapons, alright, cool. Well, that's 240%, Rhino. Okay. Now, what is some of the critical damage for some of these players that are hitting you? Could be like 2,000. With all the research and problems that are out there. What the hell is 240% doing for you? Is he going to be on the sidecar for you with Mirrorverse Picard as captain and Data on the side? Tucker, the next one on the side? How do you care? And the rares, I'm still pissed I don't have Sato unlocked, but whatever, I'll get her eventually. They're just ore mining bitch, crystal mining bitch, gas mining bitch. Cool. So exciting. Doesn't seem that rewarding for me. And I don't like Sato's officer ability because I want it to be a below deck ability. It's like, we're not going to get increased cargo as a below deck ability because developers are like, oh, we just gave you one. You gave one for above decks. You can only have 3 officers above decks. But let's say ships like, especially specialty ships like, say, a Voyager or Talios. What are some of these specialty ships where you probably really want some more cargo so you can get more loots per run? You only got 2 officers below deck. One of them's Data, and I don't like using Data below deck because his above deck ability was so good. I thought that Dust Exchange was going to reset. I guess it didn't because I did do the research, which kind of pisses me off, actually. Or did I do it with you guys sitting here? This didn't refresh? That didn't refresh. Son of a bitch. Alright, so also, you can take your little liquid trilliums and get your refit keys. Probably the most useful. Depends on how much, currency you're getting per run. Do you need more keys? See here you got two rolls of common keys, one guaranteed roll of uncommon keys, which is useful, and a chance to pull premium keys. The rates are kind of low. But you're going to get your keys this way. And for me, it's only 65. You see, I got 1,000. It's relatively cheap. It is somewhat worth it. And until I decide that I don't need any more of this stuff, or I'm getting a good enough income, I'm not going to pull it as much anymore. But pull it now. Make sure you get those keys. 20-hour cooldown, which is nice. Really? 20-hour cooldown? Like an extra 2 hours. Okay. Because usually aren't they like 22-hour cooldowns? This one's a 20-hour cooldown. Interesting. Yeah, I really thought that was going to... Because as you can see, level 3 Mirror Refinery, I did do the research just before I started this video. So some of this shit could refresh and I could show you some of this shit. But apparently everything didn't reset, which is somewhat odd. But okay. Here are some of your trade downs. I mean, yeah, I have used some of this stuff partly because I wanted to kickstart my common researches for this Mirrorverse. And some of it was, yes, because I wanted to refresh my refinery so I could give you a refinery video today. Is that something you necessarily want to do? I wouldn't do it too often. I wouldn't. Because, how much common are you getting? I mean, how much uncommon dust are you getting? Is the exchange rate? The exchange rate's fine. I don't think it's, you exchange 4,000 of your uncommon dust and you'll get, 50 times, what's that, 5,000? It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not, terrible. Would depend on how much uncommon you're getting. And how much uncommon you're going to need, which actually isn't as much as the common, but what's the rate that you're getting? What is your rate of income for some of these other things? I mean, it was the same with DX Borg currencies. I don't think it's any dissimilar from that, so base it off of that. What are you getting? What do you want? And all that stuff. The key trade down, I think, can be useful. It depends on how many of this shit you get, right? Like, I need some of these. So, how many do I want to use? I don't want to use that many. I damn sure don't want to use it on the commons. I think I'm getting an okay number of common rift keys. I have done it for a few of these uncommon rift keys. Just because based on where I want to go, not getting enough uncommon rift keys. And I want to go there. And I had more of these. Like, I was running out of uncommon rift keys. But I had like 300 of these fucking things. So, I did a trade down. Because what the hell good does it do me to have 300 of these if I got none of these to use? It is something that you can do. It's 20 premium refit keys for one jump. Can be worth it. Depends on you. Honestly, I think they should just give you all this stupid ass shit. Some kind of regular drip or something instead of just, let's leave it up to the number generator. Yeah, great idea, assholes. Alright, let me show you where... Yeah, see, this is what I did here. Really, since I mentioned this. Increase Mirror Refinery payouts and cost. Yes. It does cost more, but it's the payout. You get the payout more. You get more. It's essentially, in the way they explain it, is if you know how, let's say, a specialty ship, when you tier it up, right? Yes, you will get more in the refine, but it would also cost more. And even some of these other refineries that are based on your ops level, they'll cost more, they'll give you a little bit, but this was more of a way for you, the player, to control that or make it at least more independent. It's more dependent on itself. It's not dependent on a ship tier. It's not dependent on, you leveling up your ops level or not. Though I don't know what level, like if they're level locked at all. But it's not like some of these refineries where, oh, I'm going to go up an ops level because, you want to progress. And I'm like, well, shit, now you got to do more for your refinery and all that other bullshit. Well, and yes, now it does go another added cost to it, right? But at the same time, you are more in control of it, I guess, is the word, which is okay. So why? So a lot of this stuff, and why it doesn't go to the top, or whatever, a lot of this stuff refreshed. These 2 pools refreshed. That's another thing, right? Want to get 2 pulls in a day? Do that research. Then it'll refresh and you can do another pull. Just like when you tier up a specialty ship or when you level up in ops. The why the Mirror Dust Exchange didn't, I guess because it's based on the ops level. I guess I just figured everything in a refinery would reset, but okay. However, it's fine. I think I have covered everything. Wrap this up here. Another refinery to go to. Make those daily pulls even longer, which is fantastic, isn't it? Wonderful. And, wow, Jesus. So many currencies to figure shit out for, right? It's annoying. But it's here. Here it is. But they did explain to you, little differences between, slight differences anyway, between your Trillium A and then your Trillium D and then your liquid Trillium. Or is it? It was even liquid Trillium D. So, oh my God, are they really going to make a liquid Trillium A? Oh God, I hope not. Whew. Comment below. How are you liking the Mirror Universe so far? Yes, the grind itself may be a pain in the ass. Is there any way that you think the refinery makes it worth it? A few things that I think are okay in this refinery. I don't know, man. The refinery doesn't seem too rewarding to me. I look at some of the rewards from the refinery, I'm like, meh. Take them or leave them. I don't care. Right? Isn't that the idea? Isn't that what your goal if you're creating this thing? You make a loop, but then you got to make the refinery reward players so they're like, oh, I want to do your loop because I want to do the refinery. I don't see it. Do you see it? Do you see any rewards from this refinery? Good God, I hope you do, because otherwise this is a waste of time by Mr. Tiger to make this dumbass loop. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.